Hello everyone, Angry Luigi fan here. And today we're going to be discussing the rank, or should I say, ranking the top 7 WWE pay-per-views of 2020 so far. Yeah, it's ranking out the usual. So, if you've been watching cultolic wrestling and you watch the ranking videos from 2018 to 2019, you should probably know WWE has a specific terrible pay-per-view this year. Number 7, Super Showdown. This was a plain terrible pay-per-view. The only match that's even decent enough to watch is New Day vs. Miz and Morrison and the Gauntlet, only because of Taker. But other than that, you don't need to see. Number 6, Extreme Rules The Horror Show. This wasn't a terrible pay-per-view, but there was a lot of head scratcher moments, especially the finish for Asuka versus Sasha. So Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt was a terrible match. You couldn't really understand what was going on. Drew McIntyre and Ziggler had an amazing match with a stipulation that if for Extreme Rules match for only Dolph Ziggler and if McIntyre used a weapon, he'd be disqualified or counted out and lose the title, which was really good. Then we had Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio, which the finish kinda made me head scratch. Sasha versus Asuka was good into the finish. New Day and Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro had a match. And Shinsuke Cesaro killed Kofi Kingston for the rest of his life, starting a Biggie singles one. And probably not Apollo. Wait, hold on a second. MVP beat Apollo Crews by forfeit. I didn't really care for that moment. And Bailey beat Sasha by. Wait, no, Bailey beat Nikki Cross. How am I saying this? By cheating, like usual. How life is fair. Number 5, the Backlash. Backlash was good, but it isn't enough. It's just enough to make the 5th spot. So we had a bunch of matches. Edge versus Orton was a spectacular match. McIntyre versus Lashley could have been more if it wasn't for Lana. Let's see, is there any other matches I really need to care about? The triple threat tag team match for the women's tag team titles was good. The Raw tag team titles had a cinematic brawl, which was enjoyable for me, but wish they had actually a title match. Jeff Hardy and Sheamus had a good match, and I can't seem to remember the other matches for unknown reasons. But still give it a watch. Next, Money in the... So this pay-per-view was a masterpiece. The Money in the Bank ladder match, which had both the men's and the women's, was amazing, especially with the finish with Oscar kicking King Corbin, showing him that he's a loser, and Otis winning for another storyline that I think has been forgotten. Rey Mysterio died that pay-per-view. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins had an amazing paper match. Bayley beat Tamina by cheating. I hated the finish. New Day won a fun fatal 4, which was really fun. Braun Strowman retained the title against Bray Wyatt in a decent match, and you can go watch the rest. Number 3, Elimination Chamber match. This was a fun pay-per-view. Let's start off with the main event. Shayna Baszler destroyed every woman, and when I say destroyed, I mean destroyed. She eliminated the whole dang roster in under 20, I repeat, 20 minutes, I think. And anyway, in the other chamber match, New Day Miz and Morrison retained the titles against Usos in the tag team chamber match. I'm not wasting my time here. And the best match surprisingly goes to Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak. The other matches were good, but just fine. Number 2, WrestleMania. What the heck happened here? Let's start off with AJ versus Taker. We had no idea what we were going to expect, but these two put on a movie for us, and seeing that the Fiend had a spectacular match. Kofi Kingston, Jimmy Uso, and Morrison had a spectacular. McIntyre won the championship. Becky Lynch retained against Shayna Baszler. Charlotte beat Rhea Ripley, and Otis beat Dolph Ziggler. There were some bad moments, but not really enough to ruin this thing. Finally, the Royal Rumble number 1, the best pay-per-view so far. The Royal Rumble match was spectacular. I enjoyed the males, and the females wasn't as good as the men, but still good. Then we had Brock Lesnar in the main event and started number freaking 1, only to lose to Drew McIntyre, who would win the whole dang thing. Then we'd have for the Universal Championship, Daniel Bryan losing to the Fiend in the best match of the freaking night. It's repeating what they did 6 years ago, stealing the whole dang show. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley defeated Lacey Evans in a match that you never need to see, and that's the only bad card. Everything else was good. Becky Lynch even retained against Asuka in a rematch from last year, and it was really good. All the matches were, except for that SmackDown Women's Championship match, was good and perfect. Thank you for watching.